Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Look at Botanicula. Botanicula? I don't know, I'm probably going to call it Botanicula from now on. This is, I'm actually getting a lot of press recently because this is basically the gem of the newest Humble Indie Bundle. So if you didn't notice, a few days ago, I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but sometime in the week of like April 17th, the new Humble Bundle came out. And it included Botanicula, which is actually pretty surprising because this is a game I heard literally nothing about, and then PAX East came, and there was actually a fair amount of buzz regarding this game, and then all of a sudden it just comes out in the Humble Bundle, which is kind of a surprise. Along with other such games from the same company, Amanita Design, so it includes like Machinarium, which is a really good point-and-click adventure game, Samaros 2, which I haven't touched, but that was included in several other Humble Indie Bundles, as well as another puzzle game called Windowsill, which I have not touched, and a full-length feature film with art design from the same guys who did, you know, Machinarium and Botanicula. But in any case, so check that out if you haven't already. Obviously, the Humble Bundle is pay what you want, so you can basically acquire this at your own discretion when it comes to cost. But this is, like Amanita Design's other games, also a point-and-click adventure, but this one has really fantastic art style, I guess similar to the way Machinarium had a really unique art style, and really fantastic music as well. You know, as with any time I do a Let's Look at of a puzzle game, which apparently we've seen a lot of lately, there's always the risk that I'm going to mess up on puzzles that I haven't done before and get stuck for like half an hour, so we're going to start a new game, and I'll show you, like the first 10 or so puzzles that I've done so far. Because I don't want to spoil it, because I don't think that the game is very long, but I also don't want to get stuck for like 25 minutes and maybe be like 75% of the way through the game. So this game basically takes place in the rainforest, as you will see, and there's a lot of these cutscenes right at the opening that kind of set up more of the atmosphere that you're going to be dealing with. So we have the seeds fall down, eventually they spread into another tree. The thing I really like about the game so far, the art design is fantastic, obviously. You've come to expect that from, you know, the same guys again who brought you Machinarium, but the music is really, really good. It reminds me of like almost like an Animal Collective, which, you know, if you listen to Animal Collective, that will probably be something that is right up your alley. So the way the puzzles are done is not in your typical point-and-click adventure style. Like Machinarium was very much, you know, find these distinct elements, like find a gear, find a key, find a pole, and then you would just like mix them together and then apply it to something in the level to solve the puzzle. This is more environmental, if I say. Almost similar to the way the puzzles in Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP are. So what I can do here is just click on all of these buds. They will sprout, and then we will discover our antagonist of the game, or the force that is, you know, inspiring conflict in our world here. Oh, I forgot about that very last bud on the end. I did that the first time I played through this game as well. I probably played close to an hour of Botanicula so far, and I'm actually really, really enjoying it. And I'm not just saying that because I got it at, you know, a relatively good price. I did pay more than the average for the Humble Indie Bundle, which I always do. It's always nice to support it, and you know what? I used to have like Humble Bundle fatigue, because there was like Indie Royale, Humble Bundle, and a bunch of other ones with basically no-name games coming out. But now, you know, Humble Bundle is definitely the marquee one, and it's because they do stuff like this, like releasing this relatively high-profile indie game as part of the bundle that I enjoy so much. So we have another cutscene here, and we are also meeting our team that we will see, and of course Mr. Spider there is our antagonist. I know he doesn't have actually 8 legs. That's what a university education in biology gets you. I know that is not technically a spider. So we have another tree sprouting, and then we will actually start our game here. So this acorn here is one of our protagonists, but what's kind of unique about this compared to a lot of point-and-click adventure games is that we have more than one protagonist. So we've also got Mr. Twig here, Mr. I don't know, Maple Seed, Mushroom Man, as well as, I don't even know what this is. And normally nature freaks me out, but these are, you know, neutered and cute enough to not give me the heebie-jeebies. Alright, so we got that seed, and now we can progress. Now the adventure actually begins. So we'll come down here, probably, from this side of the tree, and we'll encounter our first puzzle, which is basically, this thing's in our way. We need to move ahead, but first we need these 3 feathers. So if we try to just click on it to get them to go, it doesn't quite have the lift required. But what we can do is just click our way up here, and then start solving some puzzles. So our first quest is to find 3 of those feathers. Now what we will do is maybe click on this thing first. The way I solve puzzles in Botanicula so far, and I apologize, my pronunciation keeps changing, is basically just click on everything in the level, and eventually the solution will kind of make itself apparent to you. So the first thing we're going to do is go down here, Actually, if I recall correctly, this is not where I want to be right now. Oh, but there's another feather right there, so we can just click on that. We will pick up that one easily. And the triumphant music will start again. Really, I feel like I've been saying this a lot in games lately, but the sound design in this is fantastic. Again, similar to Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. Music makes such a big impact in an adventure game like this. We'll continue going upwards here. 2 more feathers to find. And you'll notice one of these leaves is not like the other. So let's click on that one. That'll get a bee to come out. Click on it again. A larger bee. And then, grandfather bee, followed by the feather. So we're going to follow the feather down, but unfortunately, oh no, it's going to fall in the hole. What will we do? So we'll see kind of the central conceit of Botanicula here, which is basically that we have all 5 of these teammates in our party, but each one of them accomplishes their goals in different ways. So probably only one of these 5 members is going to be able to get to this. So we'll start with Acorn Man. He's going to jump in there. He's going to pull out a seashell, or a conch shell, I guess. Send Mushroom Man in, and this worm will appear. Now, when the worm appeared, I actually got this creature card to pop up. Now, basically, every time you discover a new creature in the game, you'll get one of these creature cards, which is basically just a collection of art, but also a collectible in the game. Send Mr. Twigman to send his arm down there. Can't find anything. How about Flying Maple Seed? Able to pull out some kind of cockroach-like creature, which is now going to fly him around. Now, the game, it sounds a little hokey to say, but the game isn't so much about solving the puzzles. You see, I got another creature card there. Isn't so much about solving the puzzles. It's actually just about like the experience and watching what happens as you try these possible permutations to solve the puzzle. So we'll send our Sprout guy in here. Apparently not good enough to get the job done. I really don't know what this guy is. I wish I did. But then, we're just going to click on this conch shell. Our Enigma will blow into it, and the feather will actually appear. So there is our second feather gotten. And then we should be able to go up. Yes, we can, but I don't think this is where the next feather is. Alright, this is where my family apparently is. I think there's a creature card to get here, but I don't know how to get it. So I am going to abandon that. I'm not really in the business of getting all these collectibles. Let's put it that way. So I think there's something behind these. No. We'll just head upwards. Alright, Mushroom Man's family, but we also have this leaf that looks unlike the others. Gonna spawn this mosquito, apparently. I've actually forgotten how to solve this puzzle. I forgot where the last key is. Hopefully that thing just gets it for us. Doesn't appear to be anything else for us here. So we'll come down and we'll go to the left. Where is that last... Oh, there it is, right. Ah, no, I absolutely remember this again. The game does a very good job of tutorializing things at the start. So, you saw that puzzle where we had to, like, click through all of our guys to figure out just how to get the, the puzzle solved. We got basically the same thing to do here. So let's see if Acorn Man can get through Onion Man and Pear Man. Absolutely not. I'm going to probably expedite things a little bit. Maybe you think, oh, Flying Man, no problem. He's just going to fly over top of these guys, pick this up. No, but he's scared of Pear Man. But if we go with Twigman, apparently Twigman has the power to defy gravity. So he'll just go pick up this feather, walk back to us on the other side, and now we have all 3, and we can progress a little bit further in the game. And also, what I will say so far is that I'm normally not a big fan of point-and-click adventure games. This is something that I've said a lot in various videos. But the reason I think this one is a little bit better than your average is because the objectives that it gives you are all clear. Like, we have something like this, and it's not esoteric. It's not like, okay, I don't understand how to get this thing the hell out of the way. It's, we have these 3 feather slots, like, open in our inventory. We just have to fill those. And once we fill them, we just click on it, and it happens. Like, the solutions are not ambiguous. They're very, very clear. It's almost like they're giving you mission objectives. So I would definitely describe this as a more accessible point-and-click adventure for people like myself who didn't really play them a lot as a kid, and as such, our brains are not suited to handle maybe the kind of puzzle solving that point-and-click adventures require. So now we'll have a little bit of a Beatles 1967 experience here as these magic mushrooms dust us with, I don't know, hallucinogenic dust. Again, I'd like to remark about the kind of unique aesthetic and the engaging quality of the art design. And again, they tutorialize things a little bit. They're like, hey, if you click down here, they'll run down here. And we click up here, they'll run up here. Of course, we already knew that because we've been playing the game for about 10 minutes at this point. But we will just come down here. And our next puzzle requires us to find 5 keys. First, I guess we're going to deal with little Shrew Man here. He's going to tell us a story about what happened to his family. Or what's happening in general, I guess. So this black parasite here, apparently only 5-legged, is basically sucking all the energy out of the leaves in the forest. And as you can see, like some of these leaves have already been affected right here. So we'll move along here. We'll probably play this until we get a couple of keys. First things first, we got a little bit of a puzzle here. So I clicked on this olive here, which dropped a little piece of fruit down. If I try to just jump up here, only my flying man can get to it. Nobody else can get there, even if the twig like extends itself as much as he can. So what we'll do instead, click on the snail. And we'll wait very, very patiently while the snail inches his way towards this piece of fruit that we freed from this olive, allowing us to get on top of this branch here. So again, it's also a little different from a point-and-click adventure game in the sense that point-and-click adventure games will often have like puzzles that you solve by getting items from different levels that aren't immediately apparently linked to each other, if that makes sense. But so far in Botanicula, every room is like a self-contained puzzle, which I also really enjoy more so than like, oh, I gotta use this key that I got 20 rooms ago to unlock this door that I just found. Now, this puzzle's kind of neat. These balls keep forming in this tree's heart, and by using our mouse, we can nudge the balls up through these valves, basically, or up through these, I guess, exits, arteries, you might call them, if you were a smarter man. But we have to go through the arteries in such a way that we actually knock that key down towards us. This is the most difficult puzzle I've seen in terms of execution. Like, in terms of conception, there have been more difficult puzzles. Like, I think the idea here is pretty apparent, but actually making it happen is a little bit difficult, because you gotta contend with these other things moving around in the heart, which seem to just, like, get in your way most of the time. And you gotta move your mouse appropriately. It's not just like a click and a drag. So there we go, managed to get this key. So you can see, again, very clearly states its objectives. We have 5 keys to get, we've got 1 of them so far. And, you know, maybe we'll play for another 1 or 2 puzzles, because I don't want to give away too much. Because, again, as I said in that Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery video, you really want to get the experience of solving these puzzles for yourself. The puzzles in this game are not difficult so far. They just, you know, might take you a little bit while to figure out, but there's never anything like in Fez so far. We'll click on this leaf. This will give us actually a map to this part of the tree, which I haven't really had to use that much in my own personal save file, but, you know, it's nice to have, of course. And this is a pretty good example of what I mean when I say, you know, it's not about solving the puzzles, it's about seeing what happens. Like, the game is actually genuinely funny. We click on this woodpecker, he eats this worm. What happens if we click on him again? He will eat, I guess, Pearman from earlier. And if we click on him again, he'll struggle and struggle, and eventually he'll pull out an enormous watermelon / cockroach, and very slowly digest it. And those last 2, actually number 1 and number 3, actually gave us more creature cards, as you can see. So we're moving towards completing our collection, I suppose you could say. Now again, I've kind of forgotten where we are supposed to go here. I don't want to be here. Ah! Well, I guess we'll go this way instead. So let's go to the right, because there are puzzles over here. Here's another puzzle that is similar to that tree heart one. We have this big horn here, and every time we move our mouse close to these, like, red cherry blossoms, well, not really cherry blossoms, like half cherries or some kind of nut, they bounce up. So what we've got to do is kind of hit one of these into the horn there. Wow, I did not expect to get that done, unlike the first opportunity. And this will allow us to actually pass through and move up to the top here. I don't like this puzzle, so instead I'm going to come down here, and maybe we'll try going to the right. I mean, that puzzle's fine, but I don't think it's one of the best ones to show off. This one's kind of cool. So we'll grab this key, and then I believe, yeah, B's gonna come around, and we are gonna enter another, like, I am the walrus type situation. As you can see, we'll fly inside of this bee's hive, which is actually the inside of one of those fruits that we saw earlier. We'll get dunked into the honey, and I think this is the last puzzle I'm gonna show, because I don't want to show too much. And again, when you're doing, like, a point-and-click adventure game, and you're doing a gameplay video like this, it's very easy to just breeze through things. Like, what you're seeing took me probably half an hour of gameplay, but I can do it twice as fast now. So we have this key at the bottom, and again, we have the choice of all of our 5 teammates that we can use to get it. Acorn Man has too much buoyancy. Mushroom Man has too much buoyancy. How about big, you know, Fruity Grimace Man? Too much buoyancy. Airplane Man obviously has no chance. So again, we are going to go with Twig Man. He's been the solution to a lot of my puzzles. And this is kind of a nifty one, because you see that if you click on this, it causes like some branching paths. So we have to discover the right path to actually get to this this key. Unfortunately, that is not going to be the right one. I think you get like 3 or 4 clicks. I'll try it one more time. Maybe this one's pretty close. Oh, not quite. So we'll come back. And if I remember correctly, the solution is like this. Yeah, perfect. So we will rescue this key. That will be our third of 5 keys. Or second? I thought I got another one earlier. My mistake. Maybe I missed something that I did not mean to miss. But in any case, I am going to stop the video right here. Let's go back to the main menu, if I can. Well, maybe I can't go back to the main menu. But in any case, this has been Let's Look at Botanicula, or Botanicula, you know, whatever tickles your fancy. Now available in the Humble Bundle, and I have no idea how this is going to be distributed in the future. But suffice to say, if you like what you see, you should definitely pick this up in the Humble Bundle. This is going to be your best opportunity to, you know, not only pick up the game cheap, because obviously a lot of people love to buy those Humble Bundles for like 1 cent and then enjoy the games contained therein, but also, you know, support the development, because you can choose exactly how much money goes to the developer. I think this is definitely a game that could go for, you know, $5, $10, $15 on Steam, and people would not be pissed off about paying for it. So enjoy the opportunity, especially if you're a fan of point-and-click adventures, to pick this up, you know, basically on the cheap, or pay what you feel it deserves, in any case. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.